Sorry for my voice. Feeling a little bit under the weather. But this is J&A. These are my views, not Sunline's views. Protected under Labor Code 232.5, Labor Code 6310, and freedom of speech. My constitutional rights. See, we got my beard looking all right. Okay, so I'm making this video, even though I'm not feeling good. I'm making this video because there's a major issue with unsafe buses. There's unsafe buses on the road. There's passengers need to know these vehicles are unsafe. In the last few weeks alone, so many buses have been towed in. So many operators have complained that the bus shuts off in the middle of the road. The steering wheel gets hard. There's they got to find a way to maneuver that bus to the side of the road safely. There's a major issue with these buses, these FC buses. These buses, the system shuts down. They're getting towed in on a daily basis. Each bus probably has been towed in maybe in the last week or so several times. The public needs to be aware that it's unsafe to ride Sunline. These are my opinions. Buses, drivers have been complaining about unsafe buses and the safety. They feel unsafe to drive them. They tell them to continue en route. There's no operators to drive. Again, we've started this movement for change. I don't really care per se who dislikes me on a personal basis. My job is to take care of myself and my well-being and make a change for us all. I mean, you don't have to thank us later for making this change, but Lawrence Skyver needs to go. We need new leadership. We need new natural gas buses. The public is suffering. The public is suffering, waiting in the heat because these buses are being towed in, stuck in the middle of traffic, putting the passengers' life in danger, putting the passengers and the operator's life in danger. Why? Because we want to get this extra money for the buses that there's definitely should be a recall on these FC buses, hydrogen vehicles that are brand new and that are breaking down. There needs to be a recall on leadership. There needs to be a recall on these buses. We need to get buses that the natural gas. I mean, we have a fueling station that produces natural gas. We're going into a new technology of hydrogen, but I first off don't think that they have done enough testing during the hot weather, during the windstorms that also make these buses, hydrogen buses, not work. There's definitely a major issue, but the major issue can be fixed with poor leadership, with Lawrence Skyver in power. Board members, you guys are made aware. You have buses that are unsafe for passengers. They're unsafe for drivers. They shut off in the middle of the road. nobody seems to want to do anything about it. And that's the reason why we started this movement. The company is falling apart, and you guys ain't doing nothing about it. Lawrence Skyver needs to be put on administrative leave and investigated. Bring up all the non-disclosure acts of all the individuals that have been hurt by her, that weren't able to do their jobs and make this company run the way it used to run. Okay, so I've been here 26 years at Sunline, and it's never been the way it is now. It's never. Why? Because people are given positions that they know nothing about. People are given direction to go on their own and not know what to do, and afraid of making decisions, even if it's based on their positions, because you have Lawrence Skyver. It doesn't allow them to do what they need to do to make Sunline a base. Again, my fellow co-workers, my fellow union brothers, it's never been about us. If people are afraid to talk, you guys have great information. We're doing so much on the background, but yet we don't get the credit for it. All I hear is backlash and separation, and the unity is falling apart. That's what they want. They want us to go through backlash and fight against one another and don't agree with one another. You don't have to agree with me or Joey of what we're doing. You just have to support that we need change. We need leadership that listens to us, that doesn't force us to drive these unsafe buses that stop in the road, that break down on a daily basis. They're not meant for this heat. You guys need to stand up for what you believe in, and don't allow them, because they have us on administrative leave. It's not something that we want. It's something that they have us on. And I mean, we put our lives and our job on the line for every one of you guys. Yeah, it might look like you guys are working in the front line and we're just sitting around doing nothing, but we also have to think about, we're on the chopping block. We stuck our neck out for you guys for speaking up, and they're doing this to us. It's I don't really care either way. I know that change is going to be done. If we're there or if we're gone, change will be done. It's just another scare tactic, another way to spend taxpayers' money on hiring a new security group with armed guards, kind of, to get in people's minds. And why all of a sudden shouldn't they be protecting us from Lawrence Skyver? Shouldn't we be allowed to wear body cams around Sunline property and record how Lawrence Skyver treats us, how Lawrence Skyver treats the staff? Shouldn't there be audio and video of how she mistreats the people, like it's a compound, like it's a military base? Shouldn't we be allowed to have that footage to show of what she does to us and how she treats us? We're not afraid. We're not afraid. We're gonna beat her at her own game, but we're using the laws. We're using the laws of labor employment, of PERBs, of EEOC, of OSHA. We're using the laws to protect us. You're using the laws to bring up the unsafe working conditions, the broken driver seats. You know, they only started replacing those driver seats because of our movement. They've only started making different changes because of our movement. All I gotta say is, you're welcome. You're welcome, even though I should say I've been thanked a lot. You know, people, those that have called me on my personal phone and thank you, Anthony, for all you do. Thank you for what you did. Thank you for what you do. And it's not even about a thank you. It's about appreciation that what change that we're trying to do for ourselves, we're trying to do for you. I mean, if you guys are welcome, you have a story. You have a story out there, and you don't want to be afraid, and you want to speak up. You can contact us, but we are assets. We got a Class B. We got all the tools. We can go anywhere in the United States and get a job. We are an asset. Not everybody has the documentations, the experience that we have. We have an asset. We are assets. So that's why I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I can go work anywhere. But it's going to keep going on and on. It's going to keep going on and on until Lauren Skyver packs her bags and retires, or is walked out the property, like they do so to so many. Walk them out the property. They need to walk them out and her out in the walk of shame. That's what they need to do. And if the board members are in on it with them, they need to walk them out of the property in the wall of shame too. And it's just a matter of time. You know, the campaigns and all the different elections are coming up. We will be there. We will be there in support or against, as not a protest, but letting the people know of what you guys have either stood behind us or stood against us. And maybe we'll be part of their commercial. Maybe we'll be part of their commercial, speaking up on the opposing party, campaigning. So I just thought that I do this video. You know, I haven't been feeling too well. Went to the doctor, and I really haven't had time for research. Well, actually, I have had time for research. I do have everything there, but I haven't been able to put it together because I was sick. But I know I don't have COVID. So if I continue to be sick, then I'm going to continue to check for COVID. If not, I will keep you guys informed. If we go ghost on you for a minute, it's not that we're enjoying our time off, but we have other personal issues. Joey's father funeral's coming up, and once he's laid to rest, then we're going to continue on. Don't let our time, them keeping us away from you guys, don't let them have you guys make a decision based on being afraid. Don't let them bully you to taking a deal that doesn't really work for your family and your well-being. Take a deal that works for your family. I mean, maybe they're trying to keep us away from the job. I know we used to be allowed to go get our checks at HR, and now they got these big security guards that look at you like you're, you paid 26 years of your life there, and now they look at you like you're some criminal that's coming to make a bunch of noise. I'm a very smart individual, and the pen is what matters. The laws is what matters. Research and laws is our protection. With that being said, these are my views, not Sunline's views, not anybody else's views. These are my views, and I am protected under the Labor Code 232.5, Labor Code 6310, and my First Amendment, and my constitutional rights to speak up about bullies. Lauren Skyver is a bully, and we won't stop until she's exposed as a bully. That's all that needs to be said. Thank you for watching. Live. See how we can mute